Suddenly, the prince was shocked to see why Rosalind is there. Prince asked seriously, "What is she doing here?" Rosalind replied that she is on guard, and this is an assassin. Maybe he knew her guard time, so he didn't come, but she has already killed him. After some time, Prince stated, "Sit down. Do she want to take a sip?" Rosalind replied that she doesn't need it. Prince told her to drink it, and Rosalind replied, "Yes." Prince thought, doesn't she have any awareness of being in the prince's private place in the middle of the night? Suddenly, Rosalind toasted with Prince. The prince thought, compared to her climbing onto her superior's desk, this is already an act of courtesy. Losing memory really makes such a big change in a person. After that incident, she still came here. She clearly lost her memory. Why does she always look at him with those eyes? Why does she have to protect him? Then, after some time, Prince stated, "Why is she not drunk?" Rosalind picked him up, and then laid him on the bed. On the other hand, the first prince shouted, "Magic and poison mixed together. How can they all just stand there and let things turn out like this?" One of them stated that once it happened, there is no other way. On Prince Hakab's side, everything was predictable. Prince stated that the poison has no effect on divine power. Then not only the second prince but also he will be in danger. During the time they become shields, those idiots will think of a way to stab them in the back. The other guy told the prince, "What if they make a deal? If it is poison, there must be an antidote. Those guys surely want from them the White Knight documents that they are preserving." Prince thought of the vault of secret documents that only the emperor can open, so he can secretly steal that. There is no need to delay any further. Call for Diaz. He will see His Highness at dawn. This time, they will definitely not let Ricardis live. In the next morning, the emperor asked, "What is this? Things are getting worse here. When will they be able to calm it down?" The second prince stated, "Too many territories have been damaged by the activity of the Black Moon Knight. Because the poison has no effect on divine power, someday everyone will question it." The emperor suggested, "If that's the case, isn't it fine to remove Balta from the map?" The first prince suggested, "Shall they take a close look at what the people think about this? In the long run, they should look at the internal state of Balta's side and then predict their direction in advance. How about they send in a delegation? They will remind Balta where their country's position is, since the second prince is the one who had a lot of merit in suppressing the Black Moon to lead the party. This plan will have a great effect in putting pressure on Balta." The emperor stated, "It's time to show their power to those ignorant people." The second prince stated, "At this point, there is a war going on everywhere. Isn't it too dangerous to send a delegation? The issue of poison is still unresolved. So compared to what they can gain." The emperor stated, "The glorious light that blesses the continent will never fade, because of a single poison. So do not worry, he have a noble identity as the second prince of Ibelania." After the meeting, Isirian stated, "Your Highness, this is clearly a trap." The prince replied, "Yes, he have not lived in a fighting environment for long. But the emperor pushed him into this. He is tired of living like this." On the other hand, Leticia stated, "Everyone is a bit uncomfortable. The truth is that their morale is down a lot. If the knight Rosalind leaves with the delegation, then," but she couldn't complete her sentence. Rosalind attacked them, and both defended. Rosalind stated, "Didn't she say that she could attack at any time? Although the two of them were able to stop it, their strength was weak. If she really attacked, both of them would be dead, while she is not there. Remember to pay attention." Both of them replied, "Yes." Suddenly, Rosalind saw a gold coin. When she tried to pick it up, another hand came. The fifth prince stated, "This is an offering to the Prince of Balta. Long time no see, Rosalind Knight." Rosalind thought about the fifth prince of the empire, and wondered about his relationship with her. The prince stated that he was very worried when he heard that she was injured, but fortunately, she is healthy. He mentioned hearing that she was assigned to escort his brother, so she could also come with him. Rosalind replied, "Yes, she is." The prince reiterated that he was genuinely worried about her, prompting Rosalind to think that he doesn't call her Miss Rosalind. She wondered if their relationship was that close. The prince explained that he heard Raymond say she fell off the cliff. As soon as the battle happened, He went looking for her. Since he could not find her initially, he was very worried. When Rosalind asked if the cliff was far from the barracks, the prince confirmed that it was on the opposite side of the barracks, which made the search take a little more time. Seeing her healthy, he expressed his happiness. Rosalind thought he was genuinely a smiling person. She thanked him. The blushing prince replied, asking her to see him at the delegation, and bidding her goodbye. Rosalind thought the words of the fifth prince clarified everything. She was at the scene before, at the time of the contract. The first thing to do was to heal her body, addressing all the damage that occurred when she fell. Her bones were broken, and organs were pinched. Reflecting on it, she realized she now had unusual scars on her back, wounds so severe that not only the skin but also muscles and bones were affected. In the next scene, Rosalind hugged Calix, and she was smiling. Calix thought her smiling face looked so natural, reminiscent of her older sister. He asked if it was not time for her to protect the prince now. Rosalind replied that His Highness had given her permission. Suddenly, she ran toward the wall, and Calix wondered what was on the other side. Rosalind jumped at the wall, and Calix was shocked. He ran to see what was happening on the other side. There were 2 knights down. Rosalind stated that they would die again, emphasizing that they couldn't even hear the sound of her climbing up the wall. Eberhard replied that he heard a little sound, but he thought she was just hitting the wall. Rosalind pointed out that if they climbed up the wall, the location of the sound would be different. If they heard the sound from the upper part of the wall, they should have been on alert. After some time, Calix stated that she had to return safely, and he would prepare all the food she liked and wait until she was back. Rosalind replied affirmatively, acknowledging that he is a good kid. Calix thought he had never wanted her to look at him like that, but he came here because he missed this warmth. In the next scene, Rosalind thought she had to let him know what she witnessed. She thought about the cliff, but suddenly someone struck her back. Rosalind realized that now was not the time, and she had to change direction. Then, she fell off the cliff. Rosalind thought, "What is this?" realizing that this was a memory. In the next morning, First Prince stated they march Roots to death. What are those idiots proud of? Even that brat could not foresee the future, but he is too swagger. There must be no mistake this time. If he comes back safely, we will have a big problem. He has to see that face without blood. On the other hand, Prince thought it was unbelievably auspicious. He expected to run into prepared traps or assessments after leaving the capital. However, even after leaving and arriving in Balta, the situation was still extremely quiet. It's different from the usual Elpidio, or will the battle officially begin when he is on his way back from Balta to Ilbenia? Isirian told him that Balta's weather is very hot. Rosalind discovered a small stream earlier. It is clean water filtered through the soil and gravel. After some time, Prince stated, "What is that, Miss Rosalind?" She replied, pointing at the rabbit. "There are 3. Prince stated that's not what he meant. He wanted to know why she is hunting all of a sudden. Rosalind gave the rabbit to Prince, then stated it is a gift for him. All of them were shocked. The blood is on Prince's clothes. After some time, Raymond asked why she is so disrespectful to His Highness. Rosalind replied that hunting fresh animal meat is better than dried food. Raymond apologized and said he would take responsibility for Rosalind's disrespect. Prince, changing clothes due to the rabbit's blood, replied, "All right, there's no need for that." Prince stated that they haven't done anything since morning, and it would be good if they opened the hunting festival as well. Rosalind replied that she understands. Prince added, "Besides, those rabbits are going to be his dinner, so please bring them to prepare." Rosalind was so happy. After some time, Rosalind thought she just dreamed that dream every day. No matter how much she thought about it, she couldn't remember anything. Suddenly, she heard the sound of deer. They were preparing traps, so did they catch their prey? Rosalind went there, and thought the magic is perhaps the familiar demonic energy. It's the same species as her. Suddenly, she heard the other knights are coming this way. Rosalind stated, "Run away." Then she took her glove off, and the demonic energy emerged. Rosalind stated, "See, now go." The monster turned its shape to a squirrel. Rosalind thought she had lived for a long time, but this is the first time she has encountered her own species. The scene changes to knights working and shouting Roslin's name, enjoying. They couldn't believe how a knight could be a professional hunter, so they prepared many dishes. Prince looked at her, and suddenly thought, what's with him? He's not like a 15-year-old boy going through puberty. Why is he recalling the memories from that night? In the next scene, Roslin was guarding at night. Suddenly, she saw that squirrel. And then Roslin thought, if it's from this far away, she's sure they won't be able to hear them at the camp. Roslin threw her shawl. The other demonic squirrel changed shape and stated, she don't particularly enjoy taking on human form. Their muscles are so sloppy. How about her? Does she understand her? Roslin stated she can speak as well. She replied, this is nothing. She lived with a granny whose mind was not completely sane. By the way, they are not like humans by nature. Roslin thought, come to think of it, she avoided humans when she lived in the forest. The girl asked if she didn't eat a human alive. Right, she knows their species doesn't usually think, but Roslin is seriously too much. She is stupid enough to ignore her own nature. Doesn't she know what happens when she does the forbidden? She can't even run away anymore. She's going to die in that body. She can consume food when she takes on the shape of another life form, but that's merely nutrition to maintain the physical body. In order to sustain the existence of the shadow, they need to devour a corpse in their original form on a regular basis. But if they do the forbidden and devour something live, she knows how fatal that is to them. Roslin thought it was frightening in the beginning, that she cannot return to the life of a shadow, but with Raymond, Eberhard, Lecce, Calix, and the prince, now she's rather happy. In the next scene, the prince stated, what is that? Roslin replied, an eagle. The prince asked, why is that eagle with her right now? Why was it nowhere to be seen until now? Roslin thought, she'd tell her that she really didn't want to get involved, but someone else as stupid as Roslin cannot be left alone. Roslin replied, it's an eagle, she knows. The prince replied, yes, he is sure she could happen to know any eagle over the span of her life. The knight asked, what's its name? Roslin replied, its name is Macaron. After some time, the prince stated, they are finally going to start. Don't let their guard down. The captain replied, yes, your highness. Then he ordered all troops to line up. They reached the gate. Roslin thought, so this place is the capital of Balta La Vida. Then they opened the castle gates. After that, the Prime Minister of Balta came and welcomed them. The prince stated, long time no see, Prime Minister. The Prime Minister stated, let him lead him to the palace. Roslin thought that since they have arrived in Balta, there is an unstable and violent aura surrounding them. The fragment from the red tea, something commonly sensed from violent beasts called monsters. Aura like that. To think that all guards of this nation possess this aura. After some time, Roslin stated, she can come out now. Macaron. While they were on their way here, they didn't sense the demonic energy from that minister or his citizens. It seems that this group of soldiers is particularly strange. In the next scene, the captain spoke with the knights. Then he told them if the battle is to start within the palace, which knights were guarding the prince, they should escape the palace. After the meeting ended, the captain asked if there was something she wanted to ask. Roslin thought Calix told him that if there's anything she didn't understand and got confused, she should ask someone close by and trustworthy. Roslin wondered if there were many eyes watching them from the main palace. Those eyes bothered her. Can she kill them? After that, Macaron stated, humans are so annoying because they have to be so considerate of everything. Why leave anything that bothers them alive? Roslin thought that at that time, the captain stated she may not kill them. Raymond told her that since they are here under the pretense that they are a peaceful delegation, they cannot provide any reason for Balta to start a war, even if they are being watched. Macaron stated Roslin is being restricted since lots of eyes are watching. Then, let her go take a look at this suspicious aura. The scene changed. Prince asked, what is the schedule after this? Knight told him he must check the banquet notice the Prime Minister has provided. Suddenly, Roslin entered the home, and Prince was shocked and embarrassed. Prince asked, what is it? Roslin stated, let me do a quick inspection. After checking all the things, Rosalind thought there was not anything suspicious. She stated, "Come to think of it, Your Highness, he looked beautiful, his muscle mass is quite sizable, and the form is very beautiful. She want to be like that, but she have physical limitations, she is jealous." Prince stated, "Get out right now." After that, Rosalind thought, "Where is Macaron? He didn't come back yet." She wandered around in search of Macaron. Suddenly, Hakabe, the first prince of Balta, came. He stated, "She possesses such beautiful black hair, she seems to be the knight of the prince." Rosalind introduced herself. Then, Rosalind thought, "What is this uneasy feeling?" Prince introduced himself. Rosalind greeted the prince, and Prince stated when she is in Balta, she must greet as they do in Balta. Prince stated, "May the spirit of Haxala Aden be with her." Rosalind thought Raymond would tell her the greetings in Balta. They can kiss on the cheek, and the other person also kisses the first person's cheek. Rosalind thought, does that mean she has to kiss his cheek? Suddenly, the fifth prince grabbed and pulled her. The fifth prince stated that Prince Hakabe was too much, asking someone from Ilbinia to follow the customs of Balta. Then, the fifth prince stated that his brother was looking for her, so she should go and join him first. When Rosalind was going back, she thought there were more footsteps, and there were so many people surrounding the garden all of a sudden. She felt more potent demonic energy than the guards from earlier. These two people probably arranged to meet in advance. Suddenly, Macaron came and stated that there was a suspiciously high number of people who possessed demonic energy, and their demonic energy was completely brutal and close to exploding. She doubted they were people born with demonic energy, as those with magical abilities are similar to them and do not possess that aggressive energy. They are not just magical beings. This energy is more similar to beasts. Macaron thought that the power even beasts cannot manage can be utilized by mere humans. Just what method are they using? Then the scene changed and Rosalind entered through the window. The vice captain stated, "What kind of rude behavior is this?" and the lecture started. After that, Rosalind started to tell the story. When she said that Prince kissed her, the second prince stated, "So what else did that idiot do?" Rosalind replied that nothing else happened. Fifth prince simply came and told her that Your Highness had called her. Prince thought that nothing serious happened, and that was a relief. Rosalind stated that when she was going back, she heard the fifth Prince Diaz tell a message to Prince Hakabe, saying that this is a message from the first Prince Elpidio. Prince stated that he suspected it would happen, but to make contact the day they arrived, it must have been quite urgent. Rosalind thought that fifth Prince Diaz is an enemy of Prince Ricardi's, so is he also her enemy, but that friendly touch and kind voice were all genuine. Rosalind stated after that, Diaz stated this is a message from the first prince and asked about the combination of demonic energy and poison, precisely called a fragment. Diaz stated, "How could they accomplish something great with a relationship of poor trust as a foundation? As much as the first prince has shown their trust, he hopes Hakabe will return the favor." Hakabe replied, "What a way of twisting up his words. The bottom line is that he wants the antidote. The antidote to the fragment does not exist." At night, Prince saw Rosalind was there, and asked how she got in since he didn't hear the door open. Rosalind stated there was a path on the ceiling, and she asked if she could stay until morning. Prince told her they were going to have a lot on their schedule tomorrow, so she better rest up. Rosalind stated she is afraid. Humans die so easily. Prince thought he is seriously at a loss for words, and said that this should be more comfortable. He told Rosalind to lie down and not think about doing anything funny. Rosalind said, "Sweet dreams." Prince thought it was an absurd thing to say, but to hear a greeting before falling asleep is really amazing. Then the scene changed and Rosalind stated, "So there seem to be about 900 dead." The lady with white hair stated, "No, there are precisely 932. How sad would they be? The 32 knights who Rosalind didn't call." Rosalind stated, "Your Highness Princess Setistia, that document, if she doesn't put it back on the desk, she will be scolded by His Highness." After some time the princess stated she thinks people die too easily, and it scares her. no matter how hard she tries to show them the light without the shadows. How long could she fool them into thinking they are surrounded by darkness? Rosalind stated, "Don't worry, Your Highness, she will protect her, no matter what." In the next scene, Prince stated he has to leave first. She should depart tomorrow as scheduled, but he will leave his carriage here for her so she can travel comfortably. The next day after the incident, the princess stated, she is glad Rosalind is okay, and has a request regarding her brother. Rosalind woke up and thought again, another memory. Then the scene changed. Prince stated that Prince Hakabe sent a message this morning. It said they would allow the members of the delegation to possess a weapon at all times wherever they wish. It's probably an attempt to stir something up. It's Prince Hakabe's specialty. First of all members entering the conference room will be disarmed. Rosalind better make sure to remove all her weapons, including the one in her boot. They are here as a delegation, so they won't be swayed by what they are told. They will maintain their pace and act accordingly. Don't let the guards down or behave rashly. At the conference hall, Prince Hakabe thought they had decided to come disarmed. If it were the first prince, he would have brought in every weapon possible and looked around suspiciously. It seems these guys will be harder to deal with. Hakabe stated thanks for traveling all this way here. Then he introduced himself. Second prince replied thanks for welcoming them. Suddenly, Hakabe came very close to the second prince and kissed him on the cheek. The second prince was shocked. Hakabe stated he was looking forward to meeting with him. Rickards replied, "What an honor," and then they toasted to their growing faith in each other and to a stronger alliance. After some time, Prince stated, "Why don't she go eat? Nobody told her to starve." Prince thought, "Just how badly does she want to eat?" Rosalind replied, "No, she will stay by his side." Prince then stated, "Sir Raymond, go feed Rosalind." Prince thought, he hoped there is no one around to follow him here and speak to him. Suddenly, a lady came and stated, "It's evening with quite the moonlight." A knight told him it's the third Princess Ganj. Prince replied, feeling drunk from all the enjoyment, so he thought he should step outside to admire the moon. The princess spoke, saying she was waiting for a chance to speak with him when he would be left alone. Prince asked, "Is there something she wishes to say?" The princess replied, "It's something he will definitely be interested in, Your Highness." Princess started to tell him, but someone interrupted, stating, "Is the princess poor here?" The princess stated she believes she will have to end things here for tonight. She hopes to carry on a deeper conversation next time. There is a place far better to see the moon than the dizzy banquet hall. On the other hand, Prince stated he is glad the food is to her liking. Come to think of it, he would like to see her in their nation's traditional garment. If he were to present her one, would she wear it? Rosalind replied, "No, thank you. She is not here as a guest but as His Highness guard." Prince stated, "Do she not trust him? Because it seems like he want to hurt the prince." Then a lady came and told something to Prince. Prince stated, so he has to go. In the next scene, Prince was at the temple of Balta. Prince thought, that sun is a bit strange looking. Don't they usually emboss it to represent the ray of light? But because it's engraved, it looks quite dark to be considered the sun. Suddenly, Prince Hakabe came and stated the temple is the perfect place to avoid any commercial activity. He heard that the Black Moon developed a new poison. They say it's a mixture of demonic energy and poison, called the fragment. Riccardes thought, come to think of it, an engraved symbol with a dark circle in the middle of the sky. That is not the sun but the Black Moon, the symbol of Kreen Tidanian. Then, he remembered the words of the witch. She said she wonders if he will be able to claim the White Knight, with just Ibdelabim's presence alone. What if that means that he cannot call upon the Knight of Blessing with just holy power alone? Riccardes stated, if that's the case, the fragment could be the fragment of the Black Moon. Hakabe stated, truly, his reputation precedes him. After some time, Prince stated that in order to call forth the Knight of Blessing, they need someone with immense holy powers as well as someone capable of handling demonic energy. Isirian asked if that means any human capable of handling immense demonic energy, and it will be extremely difficult to even find them, as they have been hiding and living in secrecy. Prince stated that's the problem. How are they supposed to find these demonic humans that have gone into hiding? It's not like they can blatantly look for them in the open. In the next scene, Prince stated, "This is demonic energy, incredible. How can something like this exist?" Isirian asked where did she get this from, and Rosalind thought Macaron brought it to her. She found this piled up deep in the palace, and she doesn't think they will notice if one of them is missing. Rosalind replied that she stole it. Prince asked where she caught, and what are the chances somebody saw her. Rosalind replied, "None." Prince stated it's fine. Prince stated thanks to Balta for busying themselves, the entire continent has become wary of demonic energy, and this will be the perfect bait to catch the biggest fish. Prince thought he has obtained a clue for the Night of Blessings, and even a crystal bearing demonic energy. He was pushed out here against his will. But it turned out to be more fruitful than he thought. He could not ask for anything more than their safe trip. Then the scene changed, and Hakabe stated that their trip back is peaceful. After some time, they are discussing the strategy. Prince stated they will have to get out of Balta as soon as possible. There's a chance of traps on the path to go around. Prince thought the Black Moon's new poison, fragment, as they have claimed there is no antidote, they have yet to find a solution to handle it. They have already rejected a request for additional troops a long time ago, and they are drastically at a loss in numbers and strength. There is no way to win. It's been a long time since he has been forced into a corner to defend himself like this. On the other hand, Prince Hakabe stated when you capture around 10 demonic beasts, you may acquire one. With good luck, you may get 2, and if you have bad luck, you could get none. Prince said that if it's him, he thinks Xanon knows what meaning this little piece holds for them, then he is ready to accept it. Xanax replied, "It would be an honor." Prince replied, "Good answer." Prince stated that Prince Ricardes, he is sure they sent him to die on this trip. But since good opportunities are hard to come by, he really wants to have him. The holy power of him might prove to be quite useful for him. Xanon thought, so this is what it feels like. An endless flow of power and extremely enhanced physical capabilities. He feel like he have been reborn. Prince stated that he has faith in him and wants him to bring back what he desires. After some time, Xanon thought he feels like he can do anything. One of them stated they will pass through here soon. Capture the second prince before the delegation passes the border. If it seems like they will lose them, then kill them. Rosalind thought to block their path. Left, right, and a few more on the rear. They are completely surrounded, and her hearing is being dulled by the rain. The captain shouted, "Prepare for battle. Protect the carriage." One of them attacked the captain, and the captain thought, incredible strength. Then he shouted, "Execute the plan." Suddenly, they shouted that the carriage is running away, the white carriage of the second prince, but the other carriage is headed in the opposite direction. That person thought they are running like cowards, then the captain jumped on his horse, and get away. That person thought the direction the white carriage went, he ordered the groups to go in both directions. Xanon thought,